Some potatoes varieties have been declared uneconomical, such as Shangi potato variety, which was released in 2015 by the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Institute. It takes 3 to 4 months to maturity. The benefits are early maturity, short dormancy, highly prolific, fast cooking, versatile use, can be used for domestic consumption and processing into crisps or chips. This variety has grown in popularity, but the challenge is the short shelf life it has, making farmers not to be able to take advantage of the market by storing it till the demand is high.
The major challenge is that most of these farmers, they do not have store. Reason being, the plant or the variety they were planting is Shangi, which does not have a storage period. After planting, after harvesting, it sprouts immediately. So they didn't find necessity of constructing stores. We have advised them to have stores. Like now we have a store here for the farmer, for the new Dutch that the farmer are harvesting, so that they can store for future use.
Marketing is usually the most challenging part in the value chain. This is caused by market dynamics such as fluctuation of prices, changes in demand and supply, among other reasons. Nyandarua County has waived the stress off the shoulders of the farmers by connecting them with potential buyers, which are processing industries in this region.
They are buying at 20 kilos, at the lowest price is 20 shillings per kilo, 20 per kilo. And they have said the highest is 47 shillings per kilo. When we compare with those people who buy for them, we recommend that the bag, according to the county management, they said every bag must be 50 kg. But when it comes to packing, these people who pack, they tend to increase the size of the bag. And you cannot be there always to weigh the bag. So when the seller comes and buy with a kg, you find that a bag that you are selling, assuming that it is 50 kg, goes to up to 70 kgs. So the farmer loses about 20 kgs, which is about 400 shillings. When they sell to the Sereni, actually they'll earn that money. And we are training them on contract farming. They are to sign contract farming, if they wish, with the other marketing bodies. We have one in Engineer, we have the Sereni from Nairobi and others, so that they can make money and improve their living standard.
Nyandarua is a rich agricultural zone with advanced seasons of rainfall. This in turn can have negative effects on the crops as too much cold affects the crops.
There are actually 2 seasons which can actually be determined. One, we plant from the month of February, March up to June there. And the other one is planted from September, October there. But actually, this is a unique area where we don't have actually a clear cut of when to plant. In Kinangop, especially in this area, bordering the Aberdare, we can plant any season. Like the crop you see behind here was planted in the month of December. And actually you can see how healthy it is. It is a place where you can grow crops throughout, especially if the weather condition is good. The other problem, apart from waterlogging and frost, because those are challenges that actually face us in the month of January and February. If those conditions are not there, frost and waterlogging, we can grow Irish potato and other crops throughout the year in this area. And we can make, at least improve even our living standard of our farmers. But with the challenges and lack of technology of how to produce to our farmers has been a major problem. And that is why we are intervening to make sure that farmers get the necessary information and they get the important messages in time so that they can produce.
Nyandarua is a county blessed with potential for a diverse of crops, making it a food basket for many regions here in the country. John shares with us the main market for their produce.
Most of the food crops grown from here goes to Nairobi. Reason being that when you take our produce to Nairobi, you are sure of market. And that is why most farmers tend to take their produce to Nairobi. Although it is not the best market. They don't realize the best price. We have those people who come by, fetch for the produce, and then take to the traders in Nairobi. We are also training those traders on how to handle the produce, because our produce are perishable. And if they are not handled well, by the time they get to the market, they will be destroyed. And if they are destroyed, you see, the end cost will be transferred to the farmer and will be the loser. So we are training all that value chain from production to marketing and up to consumption.
Potatoes farming is profitable. John shares on the capital requirements for farmers planning to venture in potato farming and give income projections that a farmer should expect in every production season.
It ranges up to 100 to 120 per acre. Seeds, if you have to plant certified, okay. It's 100 and 120. It goes to that. You know, it depends with some factors. When it comes to seeds, automatically that one is fixed price. It is 16 bags per acre, going at a price of 3,000 shillings per bag. That seed alone goes for 48,000 shillings. Then we have the fertilizer. Fertilizer goes for, let's assume we plant with the DAP. It is 4 bags at 3,000 shillings also per acre. That is another 12. That goes to 60,000 shillings. And then we have the fungicides and pesticides and labor, planting, harvesting, spraying, all other activities up to sorting and grading. That is how it gets up to 100 to 120. The difference between, okay, the valuation is because sometimes you might be having your home labor and you might not be, maybe account for that. And that is why we have that difference of 100 to 120. After that, we expect, if the crop is grown very well, we expect to harvest at least a minimum of 7 to 8 tons. That is about 80 bags or 80 bags per of 100 kgs. If you divide by 2, because we are selling with a 50 kg bag, that is allowed 160 bags. If you can sell at 2,000 or 1,050, 1,000 and 500, that will be approximately over 240,000 shillings. Actually, after span of 3 to 4 months. The rich potato takes 3 to 4 months. And the longest that takes long, like the Dutch and the Destiny, takes 4 months, 4.5 months. But Shangi is 3.5 months, it's mature.
Crop diversity is increasingly recognized as crucial for improving food production and food security among marginal farming communities in semi-arid areas. Although farmers tend to conserve crop varieties that give them better yields, activities that reinforce appreciation of their existing crop diversity need to be supported. In Nyandarua, the future is bright for farmers as the county has introduced crop diversification, which is expected to strengthen the farmers economically by maximum exploitation of the vegetables and the fruit market in the country.
We find that the Dutch that was brought by the FDC, its storage life is longer than that one of Shangi, and therefore poverty or hunger in this area has been alleviated, improved. Previously, our farmers used to harvest the Shangi. No matter, although it is at a low level, they could sell the whole lot, and within 2-3 days or a week, in a homestead there could be nothing to be eaten. But with this variety, they can store it for even 2 months, and that is very good towards the lives of our children and our family.
Charles Kiunyu is a member of the Muruaki scheme. He shares that the agricultural extension officers are available and give quick responses whenever they reach out to them.
Wakati tulianza kufundishwa na mwalimu wetu hii agriculture officer, tulifaidika sana, akatusomesha hali ya dawa za ugonjwa, na kutoka hapo ndio hii kikundi kimeamuka na tumeonelea, tumefanya kazi Kwa vile tumepanda viazi, tunapigaga after 7 days tunapiga dawa ya baridi. Mara ya kwanza tunapiga 7 days, mara ya pili tunapiga 14 days. Tukiona imezidi baridi imezidi, tunaongeza kiwango ya dawa ile tunapiga.
Some of the diseases which were expensive to manage and led to losses are now mitigated, and the group is counting gains.
Ugonjwa ya viazi kukauka na ugonjwa ingine naitwa gikwale, na haribu viazi kama nakauka, viazi nakauka. Lakini wakati tulifundishwa kupiga dawa, sasa hiyo ugonjwa hatuioni. Kwa hivyo ninaonelea ni mzuri vile tumefundishwa, tukiendelea namna hiyo tutakuwa watu wameinuka na uchumi wetu utakuwa umeamuka. Vile nimefundishwa, nimeamuka kwa vile nikipanda kuota huwa napata mavuno ya kutosha.
That is all we had time for today. Join us again next week for another episode of Roots and Tubers.